Right, we've cleared all this hardboard. We're going to be pulling this out now. And you can see just how bad this is. This whole thing is just springing around when I'm walking on it. There's more over there. There's more back there. That's concrete. Now I wonder whether what might have happened is they've poured a whole load of concrete down here and it's blocked any ventilation that would have come in through there. So what I'm going to try and do is get out to that basement section out there and have a look and see if I can see any vents, if I can't see anything behind here. But if not, we're going to have to install some. So that's spec'd up for the job. But yeah, look at all this, look. It's just gone to dust. So we're going to get this out now and then we can crack on with lifting up these big main floorboards. So we've just spent the last probably 30 minutes clearing this bit, Will and I. And you can see how bad things are. These joists here were supported by timbers that have just completely rotten away. But there is some sort of brick or sub-base under here, so we're going to have to dig this out and explore and see what's going on. There's a rat's nest of cabling as well, which we've got to be careful of and obviously avoid. So yeah, there's lots going on. I'm interested to see or find out what's going on under here, but you can see that's like a proper hard sub-base there. So there is a bit of a floor void. Having said that, down at the far end, over there, it is rotten. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on with the floor there. We shall see. A bit more clearing to do, and then I'll show you where we're at. Right, this is like Discovery 101 for me, because this old timber here, basically what they did is they've built this little dwarf wall of brick the whole way along, and then they've set a timber on that, and then they've set their joists the whole way across those. Right, so the joists were running this way, you can see there, look at that is just dust and rot coming out. You can hear it as well, I mean they're just awful. But they were sat on these little walls here. There's 1, 2, 3, there's a fourth one there. And then they've sat the timbers on, but look what they've done. This is a Georgian property, but they've tried doing a damp-proof course of bitumen felt. And then that's brick on there. So we're going to take all of this off. All of this is going to come up. And we're going to sit the joists. So I'm going to put some damp-proof. We're going to put damp-proof membrane throughout the whole thing. We're going to clear all of this down, put a big damp-proof membrane across the whole thing. Then we'll put the joists on. Then the cables will sit on top of that. So we'll dig up all the soil, lift the cables and all the pipe work, put this damp-proof membrane that will lap up, and then we'll put the joists down on top of that, and it will look really nice. And then we'll put the flooring on top of that. This also looks to me like a fireplace hearth. I reckon here with this alcove, I don't know what's above here, I wouldn't be surprised if that's hollow, yeah. You can hear that, that's been boarded up, so I'm pretty certain that's a fireplace hearth. So I don't know whether we're going to break that up, or I don't know how we're going to get around that. I think we may have to break it out and take it all up, along with all the rest of this. But we'll be leaving these in because they're relatively solid. Well, they're very solid actually. And I don't really want to disturb them too much. And then we'll put the damp-proof course over the top of that. Make sure it's all level and plumb and true and square and all the rest of it. So I just popped out quickly to a local shop and picked up this rake, because what we're going to do is rake up all of this hardcore, bag that up, and have it separate from the kind of sand and soil that we've got knocking around here. Once we've cleared all of this, and we're going to clear it mostly down to around that sort of level, so well below those bricks, and the joists are going to sit on those, we're going to go down a little bit deeper than that. I've then got a big damp-proof membrane here. Thick, high-quality damp-proof membrane, which we're going to run over the whole thing to clear it. So, yeah, there's lots to do here. It's Saturday at the minute, Saturday afternoon. The van is coming on Tuesday to clear all of this. I think we're going to need 2 vans because we've got all of that timber in there. Plus we've got a whole load more timber out the front of the property as well. So there's going to be two whole vans. But, you know, it's good. It's good work. So I'll show you over here. So you can see there what the sort of depth is, and finished floor height will be around 12-inch mark. And we've got the 2x9s that are going to be sitting. The 2x9s are going to be sitting around there. So yeah, we've got to go a little bit deeper than that, and we'll be able to crack on. This job is so much bigger than I originally thought. So we've got to clear out the floor, as you know, as you've seen. Got to go and get some more rubble bags because the delivery hasn't turned up yet, and we've got to keep clearing. It's only 10 to 3 in the afternoon, so still a couple of hours of work left before we can go home, and we've run out of rubble bags. But yeah, there is so much more than I thought. And this is part of the fun of running your own business and quoting for jobs and all the rest of it. You don't always know what you're getting yourself in for. Sometimes you make mistakes, sometimes you get lucky. In this instance, I kind of got a bit unlucky because under the entire floor, the whole way round, there's soil, and there was no way of knowing that. And the bit that I dug up, the little parts that I dug up, there was some soil, and I thought it can't possibly be like that the whole way around, and lo and behold it was. So I'm having to draft in some extra help, extra people, so I'm getting two additional labourers, so there'll be 4 of us, and I'm going to have them for an additional 2 days. So there'll be 4 of us for 2 days instead of 2 of us. And then I might even have them the 3rd day as well, depending on how much there is left to do. And I've booked in another waste disposal as well for another van to come and clear, because it's going to definitely be at least 2 van loads, if not more. So yeah, there's quite a lot here to do. So I calculated that we've got to shift 5 cubic meters of soil and rubble and hardcore. So I mean, you can't say how heavy that is, but about a ton per cubic meter is about reasonable. So yeah, over 5 tons, definitely. Maybe as much as 7 tons. And it could even be more than that, depending on how deep we need to go. So yeah, lots to do. Right, it is the end of day 1. These are all of the joists and the floorboards. It's quite hazy in here because there's a lot of dust in the atmosphere. All of this dust is just kind of hanging around in the atmosphere. So we were all using respirators. Now that I've taken the respirator off, you can really taste it in the air. But you can see what we've cleared down, and I'll show you actually. This is what we've cleared down so far today. So I reckon that's probably about 2 cubic meters, something like that. I reckon probably about 2 tons worth. So we've cleared 2 tons of rubble. So yeah, there's quite a lot to go. What we were doing is we were raking down the big rubble. You can see the pile there, and then we'd bag that up, because the smaller, softer rubble, the soil aspect of it, we can actually level off. And so we're going to be digging down a little bit further, leveling all that off. All of this will get dug down to just below where that height is there. And then we're going to put the membrane down under the cables.